Hello again, everybody. Zach and Tech is here at Atak Sportz for this Wednesday edition of it on April 26, 2017. I usually make Atak Sportz on Mondays, but it's a Wednesday edition. Lots happened in the world of sports last couple of days, especially in the NFL. Regular season schedule came out last week with the, I think it's Vikings and Lions again on Thanksgiving, and Lions will open up their season at home against Arizona, while the Pants open at home against Kansas City. Packers open at home against the Seahawks. And the first Sunday night game will be the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants. Speaking of the Seahawks, of course, the biggest news in the NFL in recent weeks, free agency stuff, is the status of Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch retired from the NFL about a year or two ago. But now he's pulling a Michael Jordan. Or in football terms, pulling a Brett Favre, coming out of retirement, but for a different team. His hometown team, the Oakland Raiders, who will be in Oakland for a few more years, because of course they're going to Vegas in 2020. But Marshawn had to get some red tape out, which is of course getting out of his deal with Seattle. But now it's official. They have agreed, they being the Seahawks, to trade Marshawn Lynch to the Oakland Raiders. They had agreed earlier, Lynch and the Raiders agreed a week ago about a new contract. But they had to get with the Seahawks to get him out of the Seahawks. Now the compensation is that Seattle will get the 5th round draft picks for 2018 for Lynch, and the Seahawks' 6th round pick will go to the Raiders. Marshawn released a statement on Twitter saying, "Yes, Lord, 12th man, I'm thankful, but shit just got weird. I had hella fun in Seattle, but I'm really from Oakland, though. Like, really from Oakland, though. Town business breath on me." So he wants to play in the Bay Area, and now he will be able to do so. Will it be the beast mode of old? But no matter what, it'll be a big help to the Raiders, since they had a great season last year until the ill-timed injury to Derek Carr. You know what I mean? They had such a great potential one in the playoffs, swatted by that. So hopefully, Carr stays healthy, and Marshawn plays well enough to help the Raiders reign supreme where they should have been last year. Of course, their first game is away against Tennessee. Of course, the Sunday is on September 10th. So it's going to be intriguing. But going back to the schedule, Lions get a couple primetime games this year, at home and also away. They'll get a Monday night game, week 2 in New York. They'll also get a Sunday night game at home against the Steelers. They'll get a Monday night game against the Packers in Lambeau. And they'll also get a Saturday game against the Bears. The Bears on the NFL Network. So there you go. Regular season came out, but of course the biggest thing, Marshawn Lynch is officially an Oakland Raider. After they agreed, they being the Seahawks to trade him. So there you go. Because they still had his rights. Even though he retired, he still had his rights. So there you go. On with some fighting. Bellator and UFC both had events over the weekend. And let's say that Bellator's main event was shitty and I think UFC was a little better than UFC yet again, better than Bellator, second week in a row. Bellator had an decent opener with AJ McKee, featherweight, taking on Dominic Mazzola. Damn, what a head kick by AJ. Damn, what a great knockout in the very first round. So, great way to kick off the show with the knockout there. And then the second match was a catchweight with Syed Awad taking on Ryan Quinn. Decent little matchup with these guys exchanging takedowns and hits. It's been a few days, so I'm trying to remember all this. And Syed got the victory. I think Ryan Quinn won the first round. I think Syed won the last 2, if I can remember. That's why I think Syed won. So there you go, very intriguing fight there. Then women's flyweight was your co-main event with Alima Lay McFarland taking on Jessica Middleton. Very short fight with the takedown immediately from McFarland, getting her that arm bomb a la Ronda Rousey, with the victory going to her in the first round. Then our main event was for the Featherweight Championship, as Daniel Strauss was finally back in action after injuring his hand in a rematch against Patricio Pitbull. Strauss defeated him for the title. He broke his hand. This is the fourth outing together, and the fourth outing should have left it at 3. It was a great ending, but it was a disappointing fight. The first round was mostly them just playing around, dancing around, just feeling each other out. In the very first round, not much happening. Second round was when it all paid off, with Patricio taking Daniel Strauss down. It's a ground and pound leading up to the guillotine choke finish, and a new champion was crowned. It's probably the weakest of the fights, because I've seen the other fights and they're more exciting. This one was just a good ending, but the fight itself until the ending was like, should have been better. So, okay, main event. On the UFC Fight Night on Saturday, from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I recorded this on DVR when I was at a gig, and unfortunately, the first fight was cut due to a baseball game, and I should do that from now. I was going to do that because it happened one other time, where the beginning of a fight night got cut off because of a baseball game was airing on Fox Sports 1, like it was on Fox Sports 2. You can't predict it when you're recording it. So I may have to do that again for the next one, so I won't have this problem again. So I missed Mike Perry's knocking on Jake Ellenberger in the very first round, second round of the first fight. So I saw up from Stevie Ray and Joe Lozon to the main event. So lightweight, we have Stevie Ray against Joe Lozon. And Joe looked pretty good, some takedowns and stuff. And Stevie Ray looked more aggressive, especially in the later rounds, which he got the victory by majority. I think that was the one. Joe Lozon won the first round, and the second and third round to Stevie Ray. Maybe I confused that. It's been a couple of days, so I'm trying to remember. In the middleweight division, we have John Dodson taking on Eddie Wineland. Dodson just destroyed Wineland. Wineland's a little older, but Dodson just destroyed him with the ground and pound, some takedowns, some submission attempts, but then boom, he got the victory, unanimous decision. In the catchweight, we had OSP. Ivan St. Preux taking on Marcos Rogero de Lima. Nice to see OSP back, dominating the first round. In the second round, got the submission victory onto Marcus, winning that. Then the co-main event was El Quinta taking on Diego Sanchez, the Nightmare, the Dream. Now he's got a new nickname now. He's no longer the Dream. He's not even a Nightmare. What is his new nickname now? The Lionheart, Diego Sanchez. What is he trying to rip off Chris Jericho's early gimmick? Anyway, because that was Jericho's former nickname when he was in ECW, Lionheart Chris Jericho. Anyway, new nickname, same old problems for the Nightmare / Lionheart now. Is I'm going to destroy them. Winning some big punches, knocking him out in the very first round. Big performance there for Al Quinta. But then the main event was in the featherweight division. It's Atak Sportz taking on Artem Lobov. And this was a very exciting main event. It was really technical, almost fighting to lose at some points. But there were some big time takedowns and submission attempts and some nasty shots taken. They went all 5 rounds with Atak Sportz getting the victory because he did look a little more dominant than Artem. Artem looked good in there. You know, he had a great showing. But Swanson, being the veteran and all, showed him what's up. So there you go. Swanson's trying to move up the ranks in his division, which is featherweight. It's interesting now because if I'm not mistaken, the featherweight title is currently held by Jose Aldo. Since, of course, Mr. Conor McGregor would rather be a lightweight champion in box Floyd Mayweather. So there you go. Decent fight nights from UFC and Bellator. The next UFC event will be a pay-per-view. I was hoping to see that one live, but unfortunately I got a gig there on May 13th, so I won't be able to see the next pay-per-view, UFC 211, on May 13th as Stipe Miocic defends his title against Junior Dos Santos and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I always pronounce the last name. Takes on Jessica Andrade. Joanna's a beast. I don't think she'll ever be beaten for that title. She's the Polish girl. Looks amazing. The next Bellator event will be on May 19th when I'm at Walking the Range with Roy McDonald against Paul Daly, Semtex Paul Daly, at the SSE Arena in London. Lee McGarry's fighting and Venom is fighting too. And Chekongos, a lot of European flavor. Whether they're British or in Congo's case, French influence on the Bellator card happening on the 19th. Now, on to my thoughts on SmackDown last night. Now, I don't make a lot of SmackDown stuff. I do watch SmackDown, but I don't watch it live. My policy is, if I don't watch anything live, I don't make a review of it. But I do watch SmackDown. They are really giving a lot of new people an opportunity. First, they're giving Jinder Mahal an opportunity, giving him the #1 contendership for the WWE title at Backlash. And it's intriguing. You know, it should have been Sami Zayn, but if they want heel against good guy, and they want to go really far left and shock people, it's Jinder. And I do like the Bollywood Boys involvement, and they got involved in the match, after the match involving Randy Orton and Rowan in an OTQ match. Decent little matchup. Need some weapons. I kind of fell asleep doing it. I've been tired all week. You know, but I would say this, SmackDown was better than Raw. Raw, for being a go-home show, for Payback, they didn't do a lot to hype it up. Especially when half the show have guys who went to SmackDown during a Superstar shakeup. So you can't do Bray Wyatt Orton, because we did see Bray on the screen after the match before Jinder Mahal attacked him with the Bollywood Boys and took his belt. He stole his belt. Adds more intrigue to it. Speaking of giving you opportunities, you got the tag team situation. They had to beat the clock challenge. American Alpha beat the Clones. What else is new? But at least Cologne's got a win over American Alpha. That's kind of weird to see 50-50 booking. You know, you see Cologne's finally getting an opportunity. American Alpha looking, man, NXT teams ain't looking good. You know, American Alpha had so much potential. They squashed that. Speaking of squashing, Ascension. Man, how the mighty have fallen. I do like the shock that Breezango won the Beat the Clock challenge, but they're so misunderused and so squashed. You know, they're the ones that got beat up by John Cena and Nikki Bella when Tyler Breeze was Breezy Bella. They're going to keep them seriously against the Usos? And who's the good guy here? There's like bad guy against bad guy team. But I do like the Fashion Police gimmick, and they're both great athletes. I wish it would have treated Tyler Breeze a lot better, but this may do something. The tag team division on SmackDown is stagnant with a lot of Joppa teams. And a lot of teams should be built up a lot better, like American Alpha. And Ascension, damn it! We're really good to see Ascension get that push, but it is good to see another great team get an opportunity with Breezango. Hope they take advantage of it and put tag teams on SmackDown more. You don't see them a lot. We're building towards Backlash with the Breezango Usos match signed. We got AJ Styles against either or Kevin Owens or Jericho, stemming from the result of Payback this Sunday, Bobby Owens, especially if you know about Jericho's posse schedule. But Styles did take on Baron Corbin in a fun little matchup. A repeat of the main event from last week, with Owens at ringside with an AJ victory. Then Sami Zayn came out and Kevin Owens beat him up a little bit, and then powerbomb AJ Styles at the end of the matchup. It's kind of intriguing that Styles is now the new #1 contender, and basically Owens is feuding with him, and just basically thinking about Chris Jericho. Didn't even mention the fact he's facing Chris Jericho Sunday. That's the problem. When you make half your stars go to another brand, it hurts. You know, Bray Wyatt, basically it's a SmackDown match, but Bray's on Raw, and Owens and Jericho still happening, even though Owens is on SmackDown now. And if Jericho wins, he's on SmackDown too, but that won't happen. But Backlash is going to get some big matches, including Shinsuke Nakamura's independent in-ring debut. They're doing it at the house shows, also doing it during dark matches on SmackDown. Basically to keep people from leaving before 205 Live. Interesting little promo with Dolph Ziggler kind of comparing Shinsuke Nakamura to Michael Jackson, saying, your real name's Michael Nakamura. You're a poor kid from India. I started laughing when he started mentioning, like, your best friend's a monkey named Bubbles. He wasn't making fun of Michael Jackson, because Shinsuke is kind of influenced by Michael Jackson with the beaded jacket. That's the first thing I saw when I started watching with New Japan. I saw him for the first time. I was like, nice beaded jacket. So, he is kind of influenced by MJ in that. And then had a beatdown and teased, or he being Nakamura, teased the Kinshasa, aka the Bombay. He's going to do it. They're just teasing it. And they're going to have a match at Backlash probably. But they should have more little physicality before Backlash to build up this feud. Because it will take place in Chicago at Allstate Arena the day after NXT TakeOver. Can't believe they're doing TakeOver so quickly. Usually they take like 3 months in between takeovers. Now it's like a month in between takeovers. You know, well, almost like a month and a half. Because technically, yeah, NXT was in April. You know, this month being the one in not Nolans. That's next year. I'm talking about this year being in Orlando. But now they're in Chicago for TakeOver. For the first time ever. That's cool. So, there you go. And then you had a women's match. I'm glad that, like, SmackDown Women's Division is treated a lot better than Raw. You have not the same people. Plus, you have some new blood with Tamina back from injury. And Charlotte is in it. And she had a main event against Naomi. She beat her last week, non-title. And this is the title match this week. Really good matchup. Really great showing. Great spots. You know, Charlotte's trying to go for it. Great. We did see the rear view at one point. But then there is like a little alliance being formed between Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina. Not happy that Charlotte just waltzed into SmackDown and getting an opportunity for the women's title that she didn't really earn. So then, midway towards the match, they came out and attacked Charlotte and Naomi. Becky Lynch is on nobody's side because we didn't see Becky Lynch come out. But here's the question. Is Charlotte a bad guy still? Or is she a good girl now? Or is she just going to be the reluctant partner with Naomi to take on these three and then add Becky Lynch to the match? So, very intriguing what they're doing. They're doing better with the women's division on SmackDown. They're winning. The men's is on Raw for women. I told you my Raw review is back Monday. Yes, on Monday. The women on Raw got fucking shafted. The matches sucked. Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox was yeah. Bliss and Sasha had a shitty finish. SmackDown women had better matches and better building for future feuds. And with Backlash only a month away, they had more time to build it. With a possible big, either a women's tag or multi-women match for the women's title. So, there you go. My thoughts on SmackDown. Fun one, probably a little better than Raw. They were both kind of like sleepy, but SmackDown was better. So that's it for my Attack Live for today. Thanks so much for watching. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the sports news from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.